Today we're going to talk about the people who think isolation and being lonely is cool. Obviously, I have been there and that's why I'm speaking on it. I know this experience firsthand. Uh, Let me get you off your delusions. It is not cool. I will get to it why it is not cool. First of all, isolation and being lonely on itself as a human is a very stupid idea because we thrive in a united group. We thrive in groups. The main weapon of humanity is not intelligence, it's unity. It's unity. The reason why I'm doing whatever I'm doing right now is because I do not want to. I absolutely do not want to be in a position where in future I'm stranded in a hospital line and I have nobody to call. I need a lawyer and I have nobody to call. God forbid my loved ones are in trouble and I can't do shit for them. Somebody will accuse me of some fake shit and I won't be able to do anything about it. Just keep quiet and accept it like a bitch. I do not want those. And isolation and being lonely sounds cool until one of those things happens to you as a dude in your life. As a man, staying lonely is one of the worst fucking situation you will be in. Alright, so as I was saying, as a dude, you need to absolutely make connections no matter what your age is right now. Currently, I do not have any kind of connection with people that can help me out in difficult situations. I'm not saying put your absolute trust in anybody you connect with. I'm saying connect with people that can help you out in your difficult times. People are nice enough to help you. People are just nice enough to help you in your difficult times if they can. You do not have to be absolutely fucking close to them like your best buddies. For now, all the videos I'm posting, I think of it as these videos are just the name that I'm making for the future and the connections I'm gonna make. These videos will represent me one day in future. So whatever I do, I gotta be strategic with it from today, from this moment. Even though I'm introverted and I think there are a lot of people like me, low confidence, introverted, that have a very hard time to talk to strangers. I've worked on my sinus and I haven't been fully out of it, but I've been working on it. I can kind of hold a conversation with strangers. I try to go out. I try to know people. I try to know what they are interested in. I try to know people whether they are poor, rich, like whether they are ugly, they are beautiful. Despite whatever they are, I try to go out and whoever I find interesting, I try to know them without discriminating any speciality or a defect they have in them. The which societal defect, like, you know what I'm saying. I do not judge anybody on race or their looks or anything. It's just I simply do not give a fuck. So here where I connect the loneliness. So people, I've heard people say they do not give a fuck, but they truly do not know where this comes from. They haven't been to not giving a fuck. I have truly not given a fuck in my life. That's why I turned out to be a failure. I have truly not given a fuck. When you truly do not give a fuck about anything, you do not give a fuck about money, you do not give a fuck about your life, you do not give a fuck about bitches, you do not give a fuck about your future. There is nothing you give a fuck about, and that is genuinely the worst place you can ever be in. Sure, you are chill, you have a peace of mind, but as a dude, that is not a fucking life to live like. For me, it all started in this room and I ended in this room. I fucking left this room because the environment dictates. Environment fucking dictates who you are and what you're gonna do in future. Man, there's a story behind of this room, bro. You will see my old videos. I was in this room, not giving a fuck. Alright, so not giving a fuck is truly something you need to avoid. You need to give a fuck. Wake up, people. You need to give a fuck. There are people that will say, do not give a fuck about people that hate you. Study them. Give a fuck. Give a fuck, brothers. Open up, man. Wake up. There is a lot to give a fuck about. Many people do not give a fuck. That's the fucking problem. Just start giving a fuck. There is a fuck to be given, bro. It is because you are not giving a fuck. That's why your whole life is fucking ruined. You do not go out. You do not give a fuck about meeting new people. You do not give a fuck about doing new things. You do not give a fuck about your own self. Let me calm down. So hold on. What was the topic about again, man? What the fuck is this shit? So solitude and loneliness only sound cool on paper and in fucking movies, but in real life, if you do that shit, you're just taking your advantages away. There is nothing wrong with meeting new people. You need to absolutely study people and analyze them. You need to befriend good people who side with good, who sides with righteous and goodness, who are kind. You need to also study the worst kind of scums. You need to be able to figure out who is genuinely the scummiest fucking scumbag. Like, you can befriend them and just stay away from them. You need to there are some people that are so toxic. You need to cut them off of your life. You need to study people. If you are so fucking uh gullible, right, everybody can just trick you into agreeing with them. You need to study people. You know what I regret the most? Not saying no. I should have absolutely fucking learned how to say no growing up. That was my fucking ah. Look at me. I'm doing things my own way. I just cannot like it. It's it's like not uncomfortable, but it's not my thing to just go up to a random stranger and just be like, I want to connect. If I see something interesting they are doing, something that correlates with my life, I will just go up to them. I can talk to them, I can hold a conversation. But it is not my cup of tea to just go ahead to a stranger that has nothing related to me. Like, there is nothing that I have a conversation popping up my head. I am not the person to just make things on my mind like those. I'm not that I'm not that witted. I'm kind of introverted, so I'm doing things my own way. So I'm just thinking I'm gonna make videos in future. If I get recognized, I will in future I'll put in the work, and after I get recognized, I will just use that recognition to build more connection. It's not like I can't do that right now, but it's just, bro, I can't just do that. Like, not me. See, another thing I want to add to this is you do not have to go out of your way. You do not have to betray your own character to make connections, to be better at life. I strongly suggest you be yourself. That's what I'm doing. Even though I'm an introverted kind of person, I'm doing things my own way, where I will not betray my character, where I will not lose myself. I'm making videos, I'm doing things my way. I'm not like one of those witted, extroverted guy who can just go talk to people. I'm doing things my way. I'm taking it slow, I guess. But even then, it's like it's gonna be a long process. But it's gonna be a long process. But the trade-off is good, because in that process, I'm not losing myself while gaining everything I have ever strived for. With that, I want to close this video. Thanks for watching, I guess. Have a bad day.